Hi, RuneScapers, Rackleflackl here. I wanted to give everyone a report on RuneScape Gathering 2009 and what kind of fun you can expect at future RuneScape gatherings. At first, I wasn't too sure about the whole idea, so I went to Ice Mountain to scope the location a day early. I switched over to World 105 and checked out the mountain and thought to myself, where are all the Ice Fiends? Then I remembered they only live on member worlds, so I hopped to one of those to find out why. So, tell me, Mr. Ice Fiend, why don't you live on free-to-play worlds?
Gatherings are bad. Ice Fiends die plenty when gatherings are here. So, we moved to member worlds. Now, only slayers but to bug us.
I see. I wondered for a moment, considering the plight of the Ice Fiends. Could this gathering be a bad thing? Then I remembered something. Ice Fiends are level 13 noob monsters. Who cares about them? Cold?
No crap. Made of ice.
Okay then, thanks. I need some combat XP, so I'm gonna beat you with this stick. So now I needed to see if this gathering would be worth it. So, I sent my favorite field reporter, I Am Nuts, to check it out. Here's what he had to say.
I am Nuts here, in the field. And it appears nobody is here. They must all be on Ice Mountain.
Noob. Okay then, I guess I'll have to check it out myself. So on Saturday, May 16th at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 hours before the gathering was scheduled, I headed to the mountain to find a good spot. When I got there, I saw there were already plenty of people there, including Noob Show impersonators, Gothics impersonators, and my 5-year-old son had jumped on my laptop so he could join in too. Feel free to say hi to him if you ever see him, but he can't read, he can only talk in quick chat, so don't expect his answers to make sense. Aren't you Rackleflackl's son?
My farming level is 1.
I had some chores to do, so I logged off, but when I came back later, I decided to log into my crummy laptop so I could feel the full effect of the lag. And wow, did I ever! This actual lag time footage is fast compared to some of the other stuff I got, and this is on low def. While I was standing there, I just had to say, it's a lagorific good time! I wandered around for a bit, looking at all the wide varieties of people that could be found at the gathering. There were representatives from the People with Swords Over Their Heads Club, the People Using Text Emotes Society, Froghead people, chicken people, people that could change into eggs, people from many countries speaking many languages, and all dressed in a wide variety of strange costumes. One thing's for sure, if there were a fashion police on RuneScape, these guys would be working overtime and probably go insane. Seriously, people, check out this weird getup. Who wears rune plate and green dragonhide Oh wait, that's me. At one point, I stood around on top of the mountain and was pleasantly surprised to run across one of my favorite RuneScape groups, Rackle fans.
Look, it's Rackleflackl.
Thanks, Nicey55, for recognizing me. One thing I saw in my travels through the gathering is that there were some people commenting that they thought it was lame. Lame? What are you talking about? Anyone who thinks gatherings are lame has no imagination. I tried to get a recording of everybody doing a simultaneous jig. Unfortunately, I only got about 6 people to join in. When I remarked how cool I thought it would be to see everybody at the gathering dancing, one guy had this comment.
If that happened, the mountain would collapse.
Nah, Ice Mountain is made of some pretty tough pixels, so I doubt that, but couldn't you imagine the headlines if it did?
Ice Mountain collapses. Hundreds of dwarves trapped in mines. RuneScape Gathering 2009 suddenly moves to Lumbridge Courtyard.
Yikes! If all those people would have died and lost their stuff, I would have been on RuneScape's most wanted list for sure. So I'm kind of glad that didn't happen. A fun gathering activity I thought up was playing a game of Where's Waldo with your own avatar. Where's Rackleflackl?
He's in the middle of the screen.
Okay, maybe that one was a little too easy. I bet if you played it with a friend it'd be more fun though. So the next thing I tried to do was come up with a simple counting game. I managed to come up with this one. You can count how many times people think they see Zizima. The fun thing about this game is that because I'm so far behind on making this vid, you can even play it today. Just go to YouTube and look at everyone else's gathering vids and count how many times Zezima is mentioned. If you get it right, I'll give you a free, cut sapphire. You're so generous. No problem. About the time I shot that Zezima game footage, I witnessed the arrival of my favorite famous vidmaker, Excel, from WatchGuard Videos. Apparently, he actually said hi to me, but as you can see from this actual lag time footage, I missed that entirely. In fact, I wasn't even aware he knew I was there until I reviewed this footage of him doing a funky RuneScape square dance with some of his fans. I had Matt climbing on my lap and my public was full on, so I didn't see where he told me that he'd said hi, and that he thought I ignored him. Talk about embarrassing. In retrospect, I guess I could have turned my public to friends only, but then I would have missed all the goofy things his fans were saying to him, such as, "Are you addicted to any RuneScape drugs?" "Excel, make love to me." Not on RuneScape. "Excel, are you married?" "Yes, he is." "Excel, touch my..." Whoa, I didn't think you could say that on RuneScape, but we don't swing that way. "Excel, can you add me?" No. And my favorite, Excel wears a dragon thong. Absolutely. And as soon as I get 16 mil, I'm gonna buy me one of those bad boys too. I figured I'd get back with Excel later, and I met this cool guy named DanTots0, who helped me think of more cool gathering activities. Spot a noob. Here's a challenging one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Too many to count!
It should be called Dodge the Noob. That would be a hard game.
Challenging. Find the groupie would be easy. Just follow Excel.
Yep.
Speaking of Excel, I was about to get back to him after I was going to make an amusing comment about someone dropping this tin and copper ore, when the most heinous thing happened. I lagged so hard I logged out, and I didn't even say goodbye to DanTots. So now Excel and him probably both think I'm rude, and World 105 was full, so I couldn't even log back in. Tell me about it, but I was able to log into World 106, the Overflow world, where I discovered the ultimate RuneScape gathering challenge. Spam running! All you had to do was start at the top of Ice Mountain and try to run through all the spammers and see how long it took you to get down to the other side. Took me about 5 minutes, I'd say. The final activity I came up with was Spot the Famous Noob. I spotted Clan Wars King Native Fury causing a fury when he logged in, and then none other than comedic vid-making genius Tanoob Show showed up. I tried following all the people saying, "Where's Bob?" and the one guy at the bottom saying, "Where's Bobo?" But the lag was so bad that by the time I got to the mountaintop, Tanoob Show had hopped to 105. So I missed my brush with fame.
We interrupt this video for an important reality check. Just because you're a famous PKer, clan warrior, or vidmaker does not mean that you are in fact actually famous. RuneScape is played by a small portion of the world population, and even having 99 everything will not get you a table at a fancy restaurant or backstage passes to your favorite rock concert. Totally owning everyone in the duel arena, defeating Jad, or having a gazillion subscribers does not indicate that anyone in the game actually has any idea who you are. This reality check was brought to you by Rackleflackl Productions. We now return you to the video. I also met up with fellow vidmakers, the Bandos of Solo PCP, and the Boss Hunter, and a cool young lady called True Days who gave me some wicked cool vid ideas. Heads up, guys! The following morning, I returned to the mountain. There were still people hanging around, but the spammers had lost their power, and the mountain had a lonely air about it. I felt it necessary to wrap things up by quoting my favorite philosophers, Bill S. Preston Esquire and Ted Theodore Logan. Be excellent to one another, and party on, dudes! I then set off down the mountain in anticipation of all the fun I'm going to have at next year's RuneScape Gathering.